Hello, I'd like to order a chicken dinner with a side of gravy. Excuse me, but who is that? No. Gravy ain't your dog. Sexy. Wanna ride? Wanna take that glide? Sexy. Wanna take a ride? You want this? Take that glide? Sexy D. You're fine. You want this? I'm fine. Sexy D. You are the kind of dine to wine and dine. Sexy D. You want this? Sexy D. For the ride divine. Sexy. You want this? Sexy D. Sexy D. I'm scarred for life, but I'm set for life, and I'm set for life, but I'm scarred for life, and I'm coming at you. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking fucking insane. That's the fucking chorus right there.
You nailed it, dude. You nailed it. You nailed it, and you visually transformed into fucking Joe Rogan there.
You
dude.
did.
You fucking,
Joe Rogan, yeah.
Yeah, you did. You visually transformed into Joe Rogan. It was amazing.
You're watching the BigRoom live on Twitch. You're the BigRoom. You're watching the BigRoom live on Twitch. Yeah.
Hello. T was here. He left, and then you were gone, and then he left, and I don't know where he'd be right now.
Message him and tell him we're back.
I did on our Facebook Messenger. He was in here. It's the same link, so he should be good.
Yeah, I use the same thing.
Yeah, okay.
Crazy. Yeah, my computer is fucking crawling.
Well, it's good to know that the gremlins are still intact. The gremlins still be chasing us, man. Gremlins.
They don't age.
They're immortal.
They're immortalized.
How you be, BB?
I'm doing well.
Woohoo! Love to hear that. Love that. Love that.
Yep, doing well.
Nice. What's going on, man? Should we wait for tea? We gotta wait for tea.
Yeah, where the fuck is tea?
I don't know. How about we do a little our segment, called what?
What? You drinking? I'm drinking a little combination of
Wait. I want to go first.
Oh, okay, yeah, mine's boring.
Mine's not. So
well, I should go. Let me go first. Then I get the boring one out of the way.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, mine's just a little combination of white and green tea with some 10 High bourbon mixed in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some super cheap bourbon.
Super cheap bourbon.
10 High, dude, is like the best bourbon for mixing into shit.
I remember saying that.
It is crazy.
And it's been around forever.
It's awful if you drink it straight.
Is it really?
Awful.
But somehow it's good when you mix it?
You mix it with anything. And it's like, oh, that's good. I don't know what they should market it though. Like I would
lean into that with the market.
Yeah, I would lean into that. I'd be like, 10 High. Horrible straight. Perfect for a mix. Yeah, I just
yeah, lean into that. How you like my lightsaber? But I gotta get the angle right. Which way do I go? I'm breaking. I can't do it. I can't even figure it out. It's too mirror imagey.
So what? All right, come on, Titty.
Come on, Titty.
Come on, TDT.
Come on, titties. We need more TTTs. TTs. We need more teas. We need more teas on this show. We need some tea
Are you sending that to him?
on this show. I'm
Are you sending
sending
that
it.
to him? Send it to him.
Posting in the Big Room gang. I don't know where he went. I don't know where he went. I'm gonna text him directly. Where
him
you
directly.
go? All right.
I'm
Well,
going
I'm
outside
gonna
for a walk, baby. What?
I'm going to tell you my drink because it more pertains to you anyway. That's what I was. So,
Okay.
all right. So I'm drinking this,
Oh, nice. A wiggle, yeah. Zombie.
the zombie, and I figured out something that made me really like this that it was missing, and now I love it. And so this is the hop zombie, which it does have like that hoppy aroma.
Yeah.
But it was missing something. It was missing, and I stumbled upon it.
Good. It's not my favorite either, straight. So.
Okay. Well, what I stumbled upon, and I'll make you some of this, and I'll bring it to you whenever we get sometime. Whenever I don't know when I get over there. We got to make
Jake
it.
Paul, right? Jake Paul and Tyson.
Yeah, that's a month away though, right?
Yeah, if not before then.
If not before then. But
Yeah.
here's the secret freaking formula, dude. I bought a big bag of pecans, and I made. And
I remember last week you had, or the week before.
yeah, I added it to that, and it just makes the whole thing make sense, man. Why? Because there's like a grittiness that is pulled out of these nuts. These nuts.
40 grittiness out of my nuts.
That like, yeah, like it's that like, I don't know, like a good IPA has that. It's
Sure.
like grittiness, like on your tongue, like almost like a cat tongue's like rough. This adds that kind of tanniny, kind of woody kind of flavor, but also, and then it's mixed with the simple syrup, which is actual maple syrup from bourbon casks.
Right.
That's what this is. This is this, and my Grant's Triple Wood. So this is the Grant's and Triple Wood, which I drank this by itself, but I had some left over, and I mixed it with that. Delicious.
There you go.
And it's like, oh man, it's so good. I can't even like. I can't wait to share this with you.
Yeah, I want it.
Yeah, it's a great sipper now.
Yeah, make it happen.
You don't know what happened to Tiki.
He's weird, man.
Embrace your weirdness. He's been doing that for decades. Weirdo. He's our most beloved weirdo. Right after Gonzo. TK Gonzo.
TK Gonzo. That's his.
What we used to call him.
That's what we've always called them.
Behind his back.
We've always called him TK Gonzo.
Behind his back.
Yeah. What do you think the K stands for in TK? Gonzo. Wait, what? Yep.
K silent. That makes it crazy. That's for crazy.
That's for crazy.
With a K.
That's not silent.
Any news on the on your family front? Crazy K. I'm leaning into the Crazy K.
Right. No, I'm gonna.
Crazy Cabin's keeping herself out of jail.
Yeah. Oh, as far as I know, yeah, I haven't heard anything.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, but no, K Rock has.
And K Rock, yeah, how's she doing?
She has tickets to the thing. To the whatever they call the concert in Johnstown in the State Theater that they're revamping.
Yeah, they I guess it's a work in progress, but they got it up and running. State Theater is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool venue. I've been there.
So they're doing Friday and Saturday. They're doing a combo. Bruce Springsteen and Tom Petty.
Oh, nice.
which are like two of her favorite performers.
Nice.
So she got tickets.
And yeah, go ahead.
So she's gonna go with Larla on Friday night,
Nice.
and we're gonna drive into. Dave and I are probably gonna visit Larla on
Oh,
Friday,
wow.
and then we're gonna stay overnight, and then Saturday Dowd's gonna come out, and we're just gonna grab a bite to eat with him.
Nice.
I want to come home Saturday night.
Okay.
But so that's the plan there.
And is your dad staying with you for like a while, or?
No. He's not coming with us. He's just gonna. We're just gonna meet him at the Holiday Inn in Johnstown and grab some food.
Wait, Holiday Inn for food? What is this?
Yeah, they have a decent restaurant there, man. Harrigan's.
Really? I mean, I know it's there, but I didn't know it was decent. It was just a wine bar. Like, I never even thought about eating there.
No. They have a pretty decent restaurant. We're gonna eat there Saturday with Dad, and Sunday, or not Sunday, Friday. We're gonna go with Lar to that craft kitchen. The Stonebridge folks.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go eat there on Friday.
Sounds like a great plan.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's a great plan, but it's a
It's a plan.
It's a plan. I'm not watching UFC that night, I'll tell you that, because of this plan. So that's a problem right there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Jake Paul Tyson fight. I hope it happens because, I don't know, man. It's too crazy.
Is it already scheduled? It's got to be scheduled already, right?
Oh, it's scheduled. Yeah.
You got a date.
Just this weekend, like they posted stuff, and I don't know what I don't know what if it's just hype or not, just to keep it in the media. But they were like, there's a new contender that vied to take Tyson's spot because of a health scare. So I don't know if this is just to make headlines, but apparently what they're reporting is that Tyson had some type of issue, like on a flight from somewhere. He had something happened. It wasn't clear. It was like it sounded like maybe like some type of, I don't know what happened, like a panic attack. I don't know what they said, but something, there was like, yeah, some type of health ish. I don't know what happened. So, but yeah, hopefully it does happen, because nobody else. If Jake Paul fights anybody else, it's not. It's a who cares.
It's always interesting, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a who cares, But to fight like Tyson back in the ring.
Yeah, how old is Tyson now?
57.
57.
Okay.
Well, the thing with boxers is the last thing to go is their power. Like, George Foreman fought into his 50s, and he was still knocking fuckers out.
Wow.
But that's the last thing that goes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And from what I heard, I think it was, did you say, Dave? You saw a video of Tyson sparring, and he was moving pretty well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he still looks fast.
Yeah, he looks scary, man. I would not want to be against that guy, But yeah. Jake Paul's no joke, man. I watched there's a documentary about the Paul brothers on Netflix, and it's cool. In fact, I recommend watching it between now and the fight. Okay. It'll give you a perspective on who Jake Paul is. And
who the fuck is Jake Paul?
They started off internet. They had it. Him and his brother started off an internet channel, but his brother then him and his brother got separate channels on the internet, and they were really competitive, going head to head. And like his brother started like dissing Jake Paul, and Jake got like really depressed. And then, hey, we got the monk back.
There he is,
Don Monkey.
Uh-oh.
Well, Scoop Kabibble.
Hey.
Hold on. I can barely hear you guys. Do you hear me?
We hear you loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Man, I can't hear you guys at all.
Maybe there's something wrong with your ears.
Yeah.
Potatoes? Are you
Let me shut off my
potatoes. You have spring potatoes growing in your ears. Sweet potatoes.
Hey, I was waiting on the other thing, or I was just kind of putzing around waiting for the invite to re-pop up. Sorry, guys.
Weird.
No.
Actually, no apologies. Fuck you guys. How you been?
Yeah. Good. Good.
I
old-
New
wonder where
background.
we're at. Oh yeah, I put up a placeholder thing that said we're gonna start soon, and then BB came on, and that was that.
It was all
You're back
good.
there,
So I was
Bang.
just putzing around.
Yeah.
I could really, you guys are very, very low.
I think it's you. I hear Adam fine.
Okay,
And I hear you fine, T. I hear both you guys fine.
Yeah.
that's fine.
I hear
So-
Adam's fine.
T, gotta take care of your hearing, T. Playing with too many loud bands.
I have you guys full volume, and there's nothing really. You guys are barely coming out of my phone. I'll deal with it. You guys, I'll deal with it.
Oh, you got some headphones?
I'm just going to be up on it so I could hear you.
Okay. The TK tooth cam, everybody.
Going to the dentist tomorrow. I think it's been maybe like 5 years.
Oh wow!
Maybe
I went to
6.
the dentist today.
No kidding.
Yeah, I got my 6-month cleaning. I got a cracked tooth back here, which I
I
know
got one too.
about.
K
Yeah,
went to the dentist today.
What?
K-Rock went to the dentist today.
Wow!
Wait,
it's
what's
International Dentist
happening?
Day. I don't know. That's weird.
Dentist day.
I swear I went to the dentist today.
That is freaking weird.
That's some weird stuff. That's some weird, wild stuff.
And I was supposed to go yesterday, but my dentist retired and sold the practice. So I called yesterday. I was like, hey, just checking to make sure, I got the 6-month cleaning happening.
Yeah.
And they were like, or no, it was supposed to be today. It was supposed to be today at 2. And then they were like, yeah, the practice changes. Like, well, did she take over the past clients? And they're like, yeah, but you're not scheduling here. But I had somebody cancel at 11 if you want to come. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come. Because otherwise it was like waiting a month, or it would have been in July. And I was like, yeah, I better get this done. I'm hoping if all goes well, I'll be on a big rig halfway across America somewhere in July.
That kind of happened with us too, where the one practice like consolidated or whatever. And so I don't know, you'd have to ask Rebecca. She does all the scheduling, but it was a 6-month wait for everybody. It was like, they're scheduled to go. And then all of a sudden it was like, nah, you can't go for another 6 months.
Because they took all their clients came over and they just absorbed the new clients. So the new clients had to wait.
I guess so.
That's crazy.
It's
But no,
crazy.
this dentist was like super cool. She was great. I had a great experience. They did a great job. I really enjoyed the new team. But I got like a hairline crack, and it doesn't hurt. I can eat anything except apples. I eat a lot of apples, and it's the apple skin.
Did you say assholes or apples? I'm having trouble hearing. You said assholes? Was it assholes? Seriously, what?
Cut down the assholes.
Trying to cut back.
It hurts. It hurts when you eat the assholes. Anyway.
No. But no, stop. You're teasing. Stop your teasing. No, stop. It said apples, as in Adam's apples.
Hey, Adam's apples. First of all, I just want to acknowledge it's really weird that all of us are at the dentist at the same time. That's weird and not weird. But I'm curious to how your driving has been going with the BJ McKayism.
Haven't gone for over a week. I went down there today. I was supposed to go driving today and drove down there, and the guy wasn't there. Like, who was supposed to take me driving.
You see at the dentist appointment.
I don't know. I'll hopefully find out, but like, ugh, yeah, I don't know. So
Yeah.
that was disappointing. So I just drove back, and that was my day.
Okay.
So what is the deal? What do you have to do now?
I have to do. I have to do
City
like
driving.
the city drive. Yeah, like they just drive you through the city, show you the route that you will have to drive as part of the test, so that you go through it once, and you know how to make the turns, and you know how wide to swing the vehicle around turns, so you don't take out stop signs and such.
Pedestrians.
Human stop
Those
signs.
things that get in your way. And yeah, and I was supposed to do that today, and then if that went well,
Right.
I didn't murder anybody
Yeah.
or anything,
Murderless.
and I would be scheduled for a test. And that's I don't know. I got to reschedule that. So yeah, that's the only update on that. I don't know. Just biding my time. In the meantime, though, I am I'm on to another career. I'm also I've been doing like I got back into like stock investing a little bit,
Yeah.
but through my 401k Roth IRA, because you put all your money in the Roth IRA, and it grow it you have to pick what stocks you want to affect the IRA.
Okay.
So I've been doing a lot of research on that, and just like that shit's kind of fun because you got money in there. It's like betting, but it's legal, and you're betting on companies. But it's just the ETFs. These are like companies that manage other companies, kind of like they basically place the bets for you. And there's a conglomerate of companies, and then it pays dividends. So with the dividends, you're making money on your money. You know what I mean? Which is nice. So anyway, been back into that and studying real estate investing as well. So that's the next move as well. Is I want to keep learning about that. The goal is to learn about that while I'm truck driving. Like while I'm making money, I can learn about how to make money for you with real estate investing. And there's a course I'm going to start here on that as well. It's an online course. It's pretty cheap. And I might become a real estate investor. I think that's going to be something I'm going to do as a side hustle kind of thing. But I don't want to be a real estate, just agent. Yeah, I want to be a real estate investor. So we're looking at flipping. I'm looking, we have hard money lenders on this side. You take houses that are valued, they need a new kitchen. They need the bathroom, right? So you buy the house, you acquire the house. You don't use any of your own money. You use hard money lender to acquire the house. You pay cash for it. And then you have a finite time to do that work. And then you contact a seller who will buy it from you to mark it up even more. And you take that little skim in the middle, which is like usually anywhere from 10 to 30 grand for managing a team of people who know how to do what, like I said, like basically we already know how to do this stuff. You know how to put in floors, you know how to put in drywall, you know how to paint, you know how to hang cabinets, that's pretty much the skill set, right? And then, you do that to the thing. Yeah, that's the minimum flip, right? But then you could buy things that are more dilapidated and like have higher markups. But there's like a sweet spot to where you find these properties that are just, somebody maybe passed away and they haven't updated their place since 1980. The wall, like it's just an old, like you tear up the rugs, you get rid of the rugs, you put in hardwood floor, you modernize the place, and
you're not investing the money into revamping the place.
There's two ways to do it. It's called real estate wholesaling, which is like. That's like, I'm super interested in that because what you do there is you buy the place with other people's money. You get a hard money lender. You secure this is how wholesaling works. First, you got to go to the property owner and say, hey, I'll buy your place. You ever see those signs that say like, we'll buy any house for cash? Those
that's what that's about.
Yeah. What they do is you can't say you own the home and you were behind on your mortgages or whatever, like you needed cash, you were ready to get out of that house, or maybe you inherited it and you're not interested in flipping it. You don't want to manage a team of people to go in there and do all that shit to modernize it. And you know that it's not at market value as is, or maybe it needs a lot of work, and it needs work in some way, right? But you don't want to do it. So you inherited the property and you're like, hey, will you handle this for me? And you say, yeah, I will. And I got cash. I'll pay you cash on it. So you don't have to get into a loan. You're not buying the house. So you're not taking out a loan. I wouldn't be taking out a loan. You borrow it from hard money lender. You get the person to say they'll let you basically broker the house, right? And then so you have 30 days to find a buyer for that property. So if they want, like, let's say they want 80,000 for it, you find a buyer that will pay, and you tell them you want 100,000 for it, right? And then, but it's in a market where like all the surrounding houses are already valued at 170,000, 150,000, right? Or maybe usually 200,000 is a good, like, so if you find a street that's like all the houses around are 200,000, this thing is a dog. It's like worth they want 80,000 for it. You secure the agreement for 80,000, and then you find somebody that wants to flip it. You find the flipper, and then you sell it to them for like a mark for like 90.
I found a flipper.
No,
Found two flippers.
they're so easy to find.
Found them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's not going to happen every day. So then the other way you make money is you actually have to manage the team of people that can rehab the house, which is obviously more of a pain in the ass because you're going to be dealing with people that don't know what they're doing, or, if they do know what they're doing, they're probably not going to be working for you, kind of thing. So there's different, but like, with Nizam, because he speaks a different language and there's a bunch of immigrants that speak his language that need work. We believe that we have a labor force that we can make, we can pay them like a fair rate for what they're doing. And then I just need a lead person on the job to like kind of manage them, and make sure they're doing. Well, I need the Mark G on the job. And I think we got a Mark G here. We got a couple. And that's the next business move we're looking to do there.
Word.
But we're not, like, there's ways to do it where you don't even need your own, you're not putting any of your own money in, and you don't need a loan because you're only holding it temporarily, right? So it's a hard money lender. If you do the flip, then you sell it and you make that 40 to 50,000, maybe you put 30 to 40 in it. So you acquire it with one hard money lender for 80,000, let's say. It's a $200,000 market. You acquire the house for 80,000. You're going to put $30 to $40,000 in it in a renovation. And so that's labor, that's cost materials. And then, so that takes it up to 120, right? And then if you put 40 in it, that's like 120, but the market's 200. So then once it's renovated, then you put it on the market for 200. You got some leeway, and you're making whatever you flipped it for. That's how traditional house flipping works. Or you can find a flipper. You can find the and then you can just acquire it. Like, there's tons of people that give you hard money for this stuff, and you just broker the deal and you only make like $10,000, but you can make that without, just as a middleman, like with no license. You don't need a license or anything to do that. So that's why you always saw those signs around. That's what those people were doing. They're trying to broker a deal. Yeah. It's just a piece of paper. You say, hey, I know how to do this. I know the people to connect. I know the flippers. I know the hard money lenders. Let me connect them. You're out of it. Here's your cash. Bam. Good to go. So yeah, we're looking into this. I'm learning about all this kind of stuff now. Fun stuff.
That is fun stuff.
Super fun.
That's my life.
Many avenues.
Life's fun. My life's fun.
Any other word or updates on Denny?
Yeah, D-Mob. 100% bounce back.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's what we that is good. We're very, very happy. So happy about that. And but a
Man.
little bit scared as well because
Yeah.
habits don't change. There's clear indicator that that something's going on.
Something's happening.
But all his tests are like, yeah, look great. We don't know what could happen, but it definitely happened.
Right.
Like mom was a witness to what happened. So it definitely happened, but
Just
they
came out
don't.
of nowhere, just like hanging out, talking, and then
Lit up a cigarette, which causes vascular contraction.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, my arm feels kind of. Tap out.
Right.
And couldn't say aspirin. She said like half of his face wasn't working, and then she was like, "What? What?" And then
Mom
she went and got the aspirin. And took
she
him
had
to
nurse
hospital.
training back in the day. She was in, that's what she did right out of high school. She was in nursing school.
She gave him the aspirin, and then apparently like he was good enough to even like walk to the car, and they went and they had to wait in a waiting room, an emergency room for like over an hour.
Oh yeah, you see.
No pillows.
No
Of course
pillows.
not. But thank God, like the freaking aspirin worked. Chewing aspirin, keep it under your tongue.
Terrifying.
Yeah, like half of his like face just went like stopped
Right.
working. Yeah, we've seen people like that, right? Like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't come back. Like they lose whatever. But he's 100% recovered. No speech, nothing. But apparently today he's down like moving in chairs and tables and stuff down in Voma. So
Smoking a cigarette.
smoking cigarettes. We don't know about the cigarettes. The cigarettes apparently not. This is not. They're not back. I hope they don't come back. But as she said, we have to respect his decisions.
Oh yeah.
We do. It's his life. It's his body. He's going to handle. He's grown. He's going to handle it the way he wants to handle it. So we just have to respect the way he wants to handle what happened and everything about that. So I was like, yeah, you're right. So okay. But so we're just counting our blessings right now. That's because
the first person.
It was scary.
Yeah, the first person I ever talked to at Live World when I got hired by Live World was Donna Sullivan. You may have heard me mention her at some point in the past, but Donna's been working for. Yeah, I met Donna. We met her a couple times. One time we went out to Foxwood. She came down and joined us, and we all went gambling together. And she called me a month ago. She called me a month ago and said, "Hey, I wanted to let you know, I've known you for over 20 years. I've letting a couple people on the Live World know, I'm going to be working part-time now for a little while. I just got, diagnosed with like a stage 3, cancer thing. So I have to go in for some chemo treatments. But they've got me scheduled out. It's going to be 12 weeks of chemo between now and August, then about a month of recovery, then another 8 weeks of radiation. And then if everything goes well after that, 10 years, there'll be 10 years of taking this medication and monitoring the progression.
And what's her age now?
She's early 60s. Yeah. Well, she died last night.
Oh man.
Yeah, we just found out today.
Oh man.
She had one chemo treatment.
Oh.
She got one treatment. I talked to her for probably 20 minutes on the phone a month ago, and she was like, sounded strong, ready for the fight. She's like, you know me. She's like, you know me. I'm gonna tell you. One treatment, She
Wow.
went home. She felt okay. Over the next few days, she got sick. It was time for her next chemo treatment. She went in. They were like, "No, you can't. You're not strong enough to take this chemo treatment. We have to admit you, get you healthy." They admitted her. Over the course of the next 3-4 days, downhill. Died last night.
Wow.
Sam, sorry.
Sorry to hear
Crazy.
that, B.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. I mean, she wasn't the healthiest person going in. And Karen,
Mm.
Karen and I talked about that like a month ago when she called us.
As far as like what way, like
And
weight,
she had
just
like
general
horrible,
cardio, and
just horrible eating habits, and
gotcha.
like never self-corrected herself, and it was had whatever the type 1, 2 diabetes, whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even
So
some underlying
right,
symptoms.
right. I was trying to self-correct, like she, like half a year ago or so, she was like. She was trying to get onto more of a, hey, I want to eat more fruits and veggies and healthier nuts and shit like that. Too late, I guess. I guess it was just too late. But yeah, it shocked everybody. Like nobody at
Wow.
Live World was expecting it.
because it
And,
just came out so fast from the news.
because we had known her for like Peter has known her for 25 years or something like that. Just before I ever joined Live World. I've
Damn.
known her for 20 years. Like I said, she was the first person we talked to
Damn.
that called us on the phone to interview us to join Live World.
Fuck.
Memento mori.
Wow.
Like I said,
She's one of the first person to interview you.
She was the first person to interview me.
God bless her then. God bless her.
Oh, man.
Rest in
Yeah.
paradise.
And then just found out
Damn,
got up.
she really gave you a blessing, man.
Yeah, got up, got to the computer, saw a note from Peter to everybody.
Damn.
Just saying, I can't believe it, but yep, just found out she's gone.
Wow.
And Karen and I were like, holy shit.
Fucking Grim Reaper been swinging his fucking thing.
Dude, I'll tell you.
He's been the fucking
Yes,
whatever.
Yes, he has. He's been swinging his
He's
fucking
been
thing.
swinging the thing around,
Swinging
man.
that thing.
He took a swing at B. He took a swing at D.
Yeah,
And
he was playing that big old Grim Reaper dick, slipping people in the forehead with it. Knocking people out.
Now that's a DBD.
Yeah, that's a big bad dick right there. But yeah, dude, definitely. Last fucking month and a half I've just been like, fuck yeah, dude. You gotta find something to enjoy every single day, man. Every single day.
Truth.
Yes, sir. Amen to that, man.
Doesn't matter how small it is.
Yeah, just and really got to do a little bit every day, like of that joy, but also like cardio, pretty important,
Yeah, I've been doing
Keep the body, keep the machine
I'm
running.
yeah. I do those. I do the lung shit every day now.
I got to do more of it, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I have been doing my stretches pretty regularly. I got to like at least, I probably like 4 or 5 times a week. I do like a 30, 45 minute like stretch routine, and at least like I've been pretty good with like getting in about 3 bike rides a week, which is like pretty intense cardio because I drive up 40th, which is like a hill like this.
Right.
But my 10 speed is like it's got low enough gear that it's like walking up steps, kind of. It's pretty cool. So, but it's intense. Like it's intense, man. Like I'm like, going up and thinking, please, heart, don't come on,
Keep pumping.
just keep pumping. You can do this. I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, help me, goddammit.
What are you doing? That happens sometimes on the way up the hill.
That's something I need to figure out how to get more cardio in my world without without hating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The stretching I do daily, and it's not 40 minutes. I do 15 minutes like every day. But
yeah.
But the cardio, not much. Trampoline has been introduced into our life. That gets good cardio and good, that's actually really fun. It's a fun way to do it. The
Yeah,
kids
that
get
is-
laughing.
It's
laughing.
pretty intense too. The trampoline can be like good cardio, actually.
Yeah.
It's good for
Yeah,
the
it can
legs.
get you going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
it's fun.
work it up.
Kind of condenses the spine.
Yeah.
Elongates the lungs, condenses the spine.
Everything you're
That's
looking
why you do
for.
the stretching to counter the condensing.
Yep. Yippee yaps.
Well,
Yeah.
we're all growing older, and
Hey,
but
Speak
we're
for
still
yourself.
here. We're still here, bitches. We still
Yep.
here.
Over half of a century of hearing.
Over a half a century of this, and hopefully another half century to go.
Could do
Cheers, mates. Cheers.
Pachinga.
Cheers.
To health. Cheers to your health.
There's no one
Clink.
gonna give me a show.
Mm.
But wait, hey, what is tea drinking?
Ah.
Tea. What?
What?
Am.
What?
You're
You
drinking.
drinking?
Well, if anybody knows tea, like you know tea,
Zombie hand.
I'm drinking my gin, and not only it's not just any gin, it is. Ooh, look at that!
I
it
got a
is the,
zombie hand. I'm drinking zombie hand too. Let me see your zombie hand.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So this is a Pittsburgh band, Old Neon, friends with. This was from one of some festival they played,
Okay.
or Chord Music Fest, Old Neon.
Whoa.
We're playing a show with them in Ohio.
Great
in
koozies.
August, which I'll talk about in a moment. But so yeah, it's gin, and it's the what do I call it? The Todd Luke, the gin Luke Todd.
Right.
The
Right.
gin Luke Todd. It's the it's the Earl Grey infused
Right.
gin.
Ginny gin.
And yeah, I finally took your advice and found a sleeve that works. So this is
Oh,
ice up to here, frozen.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then I pour the gin on top of it.
Nice.
You know, and you were like, you got to get a koozie. You got to get a koozie. I never really minded it, but it does keep it from melting as quickly.
Oh yeah.
But
it would be
Yeah,
cool if it
this,
was
and I was
see-through,
like,
right?
yeah,
Because you like
yeah.
looking at the ice.
Mm-hmm.
You miss looking at the ice.
And you
I miss it. I miss the ice.
It needs a little cut a little view hole in the side. Just cut a
yeah, two eye holes. Put it against my face. Parking eye holes.
Farking ice holes. That's a pun. Because
Farking ice holes.
you cut them to look at the ice, so they're ice holes. And
Yeah.
for your eyes,
Uh-huh.
eyes holes.
Ice holes, right?
Johnny Dangerously.
The monk is
How you drink that?
you underlying genius. That was some underlying, unbeknownst to you, genius.
Unbeknownst to my geniusness, I'm a genius. Hand of K-Rock, everybody. Hand of damn. Hand of damron.
Hi, hand damn. Hi, furry. There's some man.
Furry damron.
Every time we see Damron hands, I'm gonna give some this AMSR.
That was actually
That's arm fur, AMSR.
Yeah.
that was actually K-Rock in her Mr. Hyde mode.
Yes. Yeah, it kicked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking the hide is like a pelt.
Right.
Pelt hide.
Right.
We tanned his hide when he died of Clyde, and that's it hanging on the shed. All together now.
Tommy
Kangaroo down. Sport Tommy Kangaroo down.
That's an old BigRoom song.
Yes,
Off of what
indeed.
album? 5
Tickle Your Funny
million
Bone.
Big Room
One
bucks.
that tickle your funny bone out.
Five-
Yeah.
We do that for 500 million BigRoom bucks. Unless you were there, you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
We
No
never
way to know.
mentioned that one before. Tickle your funny bone.
Tommy Kangaroo down. Sport Tommy Kangaroo
Time, yeah, on vinyl.
on vinyl.
Yeah. Who sang it?
Log play. I don't know. Some Aussie or Aussie wannabe.
Let's
I don't
find out.
This is the type of stuff, though, that I would love to work on you.
Wow,
guys'
you know what?
music Where we
If you
sample
type in-
that and flip it.
You type in TIE
Uh-huh.
space and the letter M.
Yeah.
Timing Kangaroo Down Sport is the third option. on
No,
I
on
would
your
think
computer.
bondage would be much more bondage.
Well,
I
yeah,
think that's on your computer. Let me see if I can do it.
TIE space.
Tie one on, tie.
Time. All right, mine is. Oh my God, mine's the second option by Rolf Harris.
Rolf Harris.
Wow.
Fucking second option. How's this possible?
How is
No.
that possible?
I don't. There's no fucking.
Wow.
There's
Bro.
Not a lot of
way.
options for tie M. Time
first-
on dock.
The first option is Time
My
Me
Tie.
Up, Tie Me Down, a 1989 film. Is that in your options as well?
Oh yeah, tie me up,
Right.
tie me down.
Yeah, that was in my options as well. Yeah.
What the fuck? What the fudge?
It's
Gotta
a
keep this
song
show
written
PG.
by Australian singer Rolf Harris in 1957
Wow.
and became a hit around the world in the 60s.
Wow.
Wow, man, that's great. That is seriously. I thought maybe like
I thought we'd have to dig.
I know, but yeah, dudes, I have this. I
Fungus.
bought some software that I can rip anything off of YouTube. I can rip it right onto my computer, video and audio.
Okay.
Yeah. So I already have the entire series of D&D. I have every episode on my computer.
Nice.
Yep. And yeah,
I'm
and then
sorry.
like audio.
I had to walk away, and my earbuds aren't working. So I'm sorry. You got software to pirate what? Anything off of YouTube?
Yeah, video or audio, and
Oh wow.
I can also rip it off of like I can get high quality audio off of like whatever streaming media which I use, Amazon Music. So I shouldn't be saying this online. But yeah, it's the facts. I can pull it up, and I have a playlist that I've been cultivating over years, over the last since I've been here, like 7 years. It's called I just created like a playlist called Songs to Slice, which are songs that I want to sample and slice up and take little parts of and recompose. And
Now you got another one for the list.
there's hundreds of them. I got the whole thing downloaded, man, ready to go, ready to do in my DAW. The only thing is that that would be a fun one to do with you guys, like chop it up. And then now I also have the software that it'll analyze the song using AI and separate it into 4 different audio tracks. One is drum. The first track is drums. It'll separate all the drums out. It'll separate the guitar, and it'll separate the bass, and it'll separate the vocals.
So the guy that wrote the song created the wobble board.
Crazy.
Story.
And
That's
he
that
died.
board where you're like, where there's a little ball under it, and it's like a board on top.
No, it's some kind of musical instrument.
Oh, okay.
The wobble board is a musical instrument invented and popularized by Australian. A wobble board, like some other music, can be ornately decorated. But he just died. He just died last year in May. He died in May of last year.
What?
Wow. Well,
A year ago.
He was 93.
raise them up, peeps. Raise them up.
Well, wait.
Wow. Were you saying he invented an instrument as well?
Yeah, the wobble board. We may not want to toast some. Seems like
Oh.
10 years ago at the
He went
age-
to jail for prime children sex scandals.
he was convicted in
boy.
England of the sexual assault of 4 underage girls.
Ah, so
God.
common. Jeez. When you get rich and powerful from creating the wobble board, when you got wobble board money,
When
Right?
you got wobble board money.
how could all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're in a little boys.
You
think you're emperor. You think
In
you're like,
addition to being a musician, he was a television personality and ran. He presented the show Rolf's Cartoon Club.
Oh,
oh, Well, that's not telling at all.
No. He also had a #1 song in
I'm
the
the big
UK.
bad wolf, and it's a cartoon. Come
He also,
play.
he also had a song in the UK that reached #1, the title of which was Two Little Boys.
No.
Yeah.
You can't write this stuff.
In 1985, he hosted a short educational
It's so
film.
telling. It's so telling. It was all
It-
there.
it-
It was right in front of him. He was hiding in plain sight.
Listen to this.
There's
In
more.
1985, he hosted the short educational film entitled Kids Can Say No, which warned children between ages 5 and 8 how to avoid situations where they might be sexually abused
What?
and how to escape such situations and to get help if they are abused.
Oh my God.
In 2005, he painted an official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. What
And
the fuck?
then he abused underage girls.
He denied any wrongdoing when he was arrested in the Operation U-Tree investigation, which resulted in the Jimmy Savile sexual abuse scandal.
There's little boys too.
Harris denied any wrongdoing and went to trial in July of 2014. He was sentenced to 5 years and 9 months in prison after being convicted on 12 counts of indecent assault on 4 female victims who were between the ages of 8 and 19 at the time that the offenses took place, between the 60s and 80s.
Wow.
He served 3 years in prison.
Humans.
This reminds me of when I was, of a show that I recently watched that is awesome, and I recommend you guys watching it. It's about Sherlock Holmes, and there's a case in it's the Sherlock Holmes television series that was on like HBO with
Sick Boy.
who? No, I don't know who Sick Boy is. What is it?
With Frodo. Was it that one?
Yeah, the guy who played Frodo and
Doctor Strange is
And Doctor
amazing.
yes.
Oh, that Moriarty is the creepiest Moriarty ever.
It's so good.
so good.
That whole series, every episode is like watching a movie,
Yes.
but it's only like an hour.
Oh, yeah.
And every single one of them is good. And in the one of the last episodes, there was a creepy guy who had his cereal. He made millions off of cereal, but he also owned a hospital. And in the hospital, he built it. So when he built it, he kept firing the contractors because he would have to build a secret passageway and then it'd fire him. And then he'd hire another one. So that there were all these secret passageways throughout this hospital that only he knew about. And it allowed him to use these secret passageways with hidden doors to get into rooms to asphyxiate people and murder people. So he got off on killing people, but he was also, it was questionable about, he was sexually abusing children as well. But, so guys, it was a great episode of how Sherlock, Benedict Cumberbatch is the Sherlock.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great series.
Did you guys watch the whole thing? Do you guys remember the episode I'm talking about?
I don't remember that one, but I believe I watched all of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched some of them. I'm not remembering that one either off the top of my head, but
that's the one where
there were 2 seasons. There were 2
No,
seasons.
there were 3. There were 3.
3. Oh, then maybe I didn't see all of them.
Yeah, they came back with a third.
Yeah, this might have been the last episode of season 3, honestly.
God, maybe I didn't see all of season 3 then. Cool.
Yeah, it was because I don't want to give away the ending of why, like how he got himself in but he almost got Sherlock. He almost took him out.
Right.
And it's great. It's a great cat and mouse, but all the episodes are so brilliantly written. I mean, I watch that series, and as a writer, the writer, it's like, how do they think of these?
Yes.
All these things, man. It's just like episode after episode, like the twists and the plots and the layers. It's like, was somebody working on this for decades? Like, how? I don't freaking know, but I love it. I love like detective dramas like that. They're so freaking good, man. It was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched the whole entire series. I binge watched it with my wife down in Nairobi.
Oh, nice.
That was what we did for our 1-year anniversary. Like we watched Sherlock Holmes on the big screen.
Oh, like an old married couple. It's great.
Oh, we totally did that. Yeah, like that. I don't want to go out. Like I've seen Nairobi, and there ain't nothing out there for me except getting arrested by the military again. So yeah, I'm like, not this place sucks. Like,
get you out of there.
Out of here. And in the meantime, let's stay safe in this awesome apartment.
Right.
That I got on Airbnb for a small fortune. For a small fortune. It's just a small little bit. But it was great. It was it was like the perfect, like I would love to own an Airbnb in that setup, because you're Airbnb, but then there's a whole courtyard outside with like literally 12 different cultures of food just side by side. Like, they weren't big restaurants. They were like set up for takeout only. And you could literally walk and be like, oh, okay, there's Indian. Yeah, there's seafood. Okay. Here's some Chinese. Here's some Thai. Like, here's African food. Here's Ethiopian food. Like, what culture of food do you want to eat? And it's all right there, like in your backyard. And we'd get it and would take it up and we'd continue binge watching and would eat like food from around the world. It was like Epcot Center food.
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
It was great. We had a 60-inch.
That's my kind of vacation. That's how I want to see
TV,
Africa.
A big L-shaped, big nice L-shaped couch that we could like put on our feet on the, like the ottoman alongside.
L is for lounge.
Oh, it was so good. That was great.
Lounge.
Yeah, love that. Like, I'm like, this is the place. Like, this place is awesome, and I want to own this place. I would love to own this place. And that's what got me like on real estate, because it's like Airbnb is a move. Like, you don't even need to, but I would love to own like a condo in every city that I would love to be in. It's kind of like the timeshare thing. It's exactly the timeshare concept, except you're the one profiting off of it. You buy the condo, you furnish it, and it's like anytime you want to visit that city, don't rent it for 2 weeks. But other than that, it can make you like a lot of freaking money, like $1,000 a week in America easily. And down there I paid like, it was $450 American, which is like $1,000 for them. That's like $1,000 their money, and it can make you like $4,000 a month. You think about that, like rental property ain't gonna make you that. Like, and you have to deal with shitty ass tenants. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like Airbnb, everybody that getting that is already on a rating system. They're on their best behavior. They want to leave the place exquisite, and you provide all the amenities. So it's like the awesome rental place that makes money for you until you want to use it. Like, I would love to have an Airbnb in every, can you imagine if you owned an Airbnb condo, just a condo?
Yeah. In all the cities that you like to visit.
Yeah. Like Prague. I own one in Prague. I own one in Nairobi for when we want to go back there. I own one in New York, Miami. Like, and you're just making money hand over fist. Like, you ain't got to manage shit. You ain't got to mow the lawn.
No, you just got to make sure that you have a good cleaning company.
That's it. Yeah. And it's simple. Like, that's easy. That's one thing you have to outsource. You don't have to manage a crew to do flooring, do drywall, do all this shit.
Right.
Like that's the freaking move. The thing is with owning property, I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages of it, but there's definitely way more advantages than disadvantages. So I'm Sherlocking this shit right now. Like I'm going down a deep rabbit hole of learning like what my options are as like real estate investing is the best way to make money ever in the history of ever, basically. I mean, it is. Like anybody that's wealthy owns shit. They own land, they own property, and it's not where they live, you know?
There's Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor's main thing, land.
Oh yeah.
Land, Mr. Deathsmocker.
But it's not just any land, because like land in Johnstown is kind of a pretty stagnant market. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like the property that I inherited, that TK and I inherited, as we started doing that flip, I once it exceeded a certain threshold of money that we put in there to do the flip the way that we wanted to, you realize like this market can't afford an apartment like I live in right now.
Right.
Right.
Don't do this in Cambria City, because by the time you're done doing this, like it'll take you 10 years to rehab just the cost of your money investment, because the rents are so cheap and they're never going to go up because it's a stagnant rent market. But in Pittsburgh, in Lawrenceville, that property that you lived in it, in 2009 and could have bought for what, $65,000 is now going for $500,000. That was 2009 to now. It's, you know, how many years is that? That's a lot of years.
Nobody knows. Impossible.
15 years.
15 years.
So you say, but nobody really knows.
I literally walked my neighborhood and looked up. I told you guys, it was like just like the place you lived in. Bro, I can't even believe the flips people trying to pull off in this place. I'm like, you're a freaking sucker if you're signing up. I mean, something's only ever worth what somebody else is willing to pay for it.
That's correct.
But convincing everybody, like they bought, I can see like on there's it's called multi-listing service, but also Zillow. There's Zillow Rent and there's Zillow. It's an app that for buying, and you can see like on Zillow, it has like what used to be only available to real estate agents, and it's all free. And you can go in there and it shows you all the houses for sale. It also shows you the property values of the houses right next to it. On every house that's on the Google Maps has a price ascribed to it. And it'll tell you like when it was last evaluated, you know, publicly, like the value of the property, like everything. It'll say estimates, or it'll say it was, you know, analyzed at this point. So you can see like it's a science, you know, there's no guesswork involved. Right. And it'll show you like this property sold for $80,000, you know, in 2018. The price right now is $400,000. Like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. You didn't put gold leaf wallpaper on this. You know, like it's not worth 400. Like I saw you bought it in 2019, like for literally $80,000, and now you want to sell it for 400 because the market can bear that. Like, you know, they're creating another bubble. They're creating micro bubbles, and Lawrenceville is one of the places that they're doing it. But it's fascinating to watch because their prey, it's a predator game, you know, and it's people that are our age that did enough research to like learn about all this shit, and then they're preying on all the tech kids that are 20 years old. They graduated high school. They graduated. They went from high school right into college. They never owned anything. They never even owned some of them that have never even owned a car. Then they go right into college. They graduate making six figures a year in Pittsburgh, where houses used to sell for $40,000. There's houses that were here that were $37,000, $40,000, less than 10 to 15 years ago. Most of the houses in my neighborhood were that cheap, you know, like $35,000 to $65,000. And like 65 was like, it was already renovated like that. Somebody had flipped the 35,000 into a 65,000. These
Yeah.
houses were built in 1890. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Like, they're turn of the century. It shows you all this on Zillow. It was like, this house was built in 1890. And you see, like, it was sold here for 34,000. Then it sold, 10 years later, it sold for 64,000. And this 10-year, 400,000. Like, they're fucking people. They're going after the San Francisco's, because like
Yep.
the psychology is find the sucker that graduated from CMU, okay, who doesn't have the life experience, but they graduate from CMU, they have a computer degree. They're offered $100,000 salary instantly right out of 4-year college in San Francisco, where the rent is already it's worse than New York, right? Like comparable to Manhattan, rent for you get a box this big for $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
So then the psychology is when the kid goes, I'm going to make 6 figures here or in Pittsburgh, I can get so much more for here. And they literally, all of the Strip District has been built within the last 15 years from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
That whole terminal area, I don't know, Brian, I don't know last time you were down there. T, I don't know last time you were down there. But
we went golfing, Fallon's
mini golf,
birthday party.
There's 2 mini golf centers down there, and there's also a virtual golf center down there.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
It's a completely different world.
It's completely different, and it's so modern. It's the most modern area of Pittsburgh because it is literally. I watched it happen. Like since I've been here in 2007, most of it went up since then. And I was driving those neighborhoods, and I was seeing the new construction, and it's big apartment buildings that are like this, that are brand new, that are charging $1,200 to $1,500 for a 1-bedroom. Some of them are lofts. Like a loft like mine's $1,400, a 1-bedroom's like $1,500, $1,600, a 2-bedroom's like $2,200 to $2,400, $2,500 a month. And to these guys with these $100,000 salaries, they're graduating from CMU and they're going, they didn't have anywhere in Pittsburgh to go before. So Pittsburgh, geniusly, I don't know who all the players are in here, but they're levels above us, but they did a genius play. And I'm observing it now and I'm figuring it out. And I'm looking, I'm seeing the moves. I'm seeing the chess moves. And it is genius. They're like, all these kids are graduating CMU. We have the second best tech graduation college here in Pittsburgh, and we're allowing them to go to a different market. Why don't we build a market here? And they did that in the Strip District, and it worked. And they had the foresight 15 years ago to say Lawrenceville was next. T and I, being from Johnstown, were like, yeah, right. We've been hearing that in Johnstown for the last all of our lives. Sure it is. Sure. But no, the people with money got the banks to play ball. And if you want a business loan in this area, greenlit. Like they don't ask questions, right? Like you want to start a business in Lawrenceville? You want to rehab a property? Like the hard money lenders, all were just like green light, green light, green light, green light. And the banks were like there's certain banks, there's a handful of banks that will act as hard money lenders. And so there's no such thing as insider trading or insider information, right? Like that's illegal, but there is, right? So like every bank that knew, like the city of Pittsburgh were like, we need to create a place. Hey, banks, will you green light real estate investors? Will you green light flippers? Will you green light people that will rehab these properties or do new builds and new constructions? We need it. And they got them all to sign and they agreed. And if you were playing that game or capable to play that game 15 years ago, where you could flip a house or you could do a new construction, it's literally a gold rush. And it worked. And there's still an opportunity now. And that's why I'm like, I sussed it all out. And I know the areas. I've driven every area of Pittsburgh now. So we got Garfield above us. There's still opportunity there. There's, and you drive down the streets. Anytime you drive down the street and you see nice ass house. And and then one that like the lawn's overgrown, the shutters haven't been painted, there's no paint job. That person's probably old and ready to die.
Well, going to whether they're ready or not. Really.
It's not,
Whatever, or they're
it's just a
poor.
waiting game.
Or
Just a
they're
waiting
poor, or the owner, gave it to their something's happened. Like that shit that's the one you got to watch. Like put it in your notebook. And then if you're a wholesaler, go knock on the door. And then there's something called there's a directory online that you can type in the address and you can find out who the owner is. It's called skip trace. You skip trace the shit, and it shows you who the owner of the property is, when it was deeded. You go on Zillow. You can see all the information. The information's on the web. Information's the new gold. Though,
What? On the what?
What's that now?
So this is what I'm like.
He's
I'm
right,
looking
though.
at.
You're right.
Like
Pittsburgh is so up and coming. Like it's
still
proven that
opportunity.
it's happening.
up
And if you can get in now ad hoc, it's smart.
Yeah. Up and coming is
Because
relevant.
it's expanding.
And
you had mentioned Garfield. I went to Unblurred at the beginning of last month. It's always the first Friday. It's, every city has like a first Friday kind of art event kind of thing. And Unblurred, and that's the street that Horizons was on.
wow.
BB,
Talking about the
ad hoc.
back.
You both were
yeah.
there when we opened our art gallery.
You guys
And that
killed
was
it.
a crack house. So like neighborhood, like it was tough. It was tough. And now I went to it, and there's so many amazing places on that street. It looks
But there's
incredible. And
but
even
there's
it's starting to
still
spread
vacant
back in, that's a good
This-
place.
There's
to
still
invest.
vacant ones. Businesses are tough, but really, people need places to live. And
There's still a lot of places that
The
are
strip
like
district's
residential.
yeah,
residential.
And those kids that are like, I'm 22 years old, I just graduated, I want an apartment now. But then guess what happens? Life happens where it's like, I got a partner now, a life partner, male, female, doesn't matter. We need a little more space because we want a dog and we want a yard. So where are these things located? We're
Yeah.
willing to commute 5 miles, 10 miles, 15. Springdale starts looking attractive. So it's literally like a mushroom rings where
You
you
know, that
can
urban
look.
sprawl.
Yeah, or urban redevelopment. And
Yeah, I
so
like it.
there's a lot of opportunity, tons of opportunity. Pittsburgh and Ohio are still our neighboring state is like very close. They're the biggest opportunities for real estate development right now because our boom that built all these properties initially were 1890 through 1950, 1960, 1970. And unless you're doing new construction, which is a great market if you know how to do new construction, but the rehab market, like these things need repurposed. They need people who know how to do it. And it's a win-win. And it's a huge win-win. There's tons of big money that'll be like, yeah, we don't want to do that work. I'm not doing drywall. You want to manage a team? Here's the money. That's I think it's going to be easy to get the hard money. The hardest part of it is managing people, managing your crew, hiring roofers. If you need a new roof, they're unreliable. This is pretty common knowledge. If you can, I'm not starting a roofing company, but it's probably a good market there.
I was thinking about starting a roofie company over a roofing company. It's a little more reliable.
Yeah. Well, those people are going down pretty hard nowadays. P. Diddy's the latest.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Did you say sorry?
I don't know. Yeah, that video was crazy.
Oh God, what's this?
There's a video of him from a hotel where his girl, whoever he was dating at the time, he kicks the shit out of her.
She's like in disguise trying to hide from the cameras because she knows there's cameras in there.
And she like goes to the
And she presses the elevator.
elevator
Right in
button.
the elevator.
and he comes
He
walking
rounds
up.
the corner,
He's wearing
running.
Yeah, he's wearing
A
a towel
robe?
around his. He's naked, but he's got like a towel wrapped around his waist.
Oh yeah, and with
Yeah.
like pink socks and like flip flops, and he
And
like
he grabs her by the collar, by the
by the
collar,
neck basically, and throws
like
her down to the
throws
ground.
her to the ground, and she just like lays there, like I'm not
And
gonna move.
And
He
he
walks over,
winds up and
whoop.
football kicks her
Football kicks her in the gut,
like he's kicking a punt
and then he kicks her another time
in the face. It looks like.
somewhere up in the shoulder neck area, and then he grabs her by the jacket and just goes dragging her down the hall like a caveman.
Yeah.
Like he's taking her back to his room.
Yeah. Yep.
What the
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, you ain't getting away.
Dude, that's some Tommy Kangaroo Down money. When you get the
That's
Tommy
nice.
Kangaroo Down money,
It's
you go-
totally Tommy Kangaroo down money that fucking makes because this
I
was
never
back-
liked that dude.
This
I
shit-
never liked that dude.
that settled out of court. That was like 15 years
Wow.
ago.
It was like 9 years ago.
9 years ago? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's very, very wealthy. And he made his money, I mean, but like there's things that are saying like he's been on FBI payroll. That's why he's been untouchable. That's why this video hasn't come out. But like there's been enough, like 50 Cent is one of the people that started calling him out on the internet and then encouraged all this snooping into his shit. And like, yeah, 50 Cent is like he, and it's weird too, because if you watch the post from 50 Cent, he's always like kind of like sell me. He wanted because like I guess Puff Daddy owns like a champagne company or something like that.
A vodka company.
Vodka company?
The Kobasi, hey.
I don't know what it is.
He owns Ciroc vodka.
Ciroc. Okay.
Yeah.
Which got super huge. Yeah. So 50 Cent was like, sell me Ciroc, sell me Ciroc. I'm gonna let this shit loose out on you. I'm gonna let it out. I know shit. And then eventually he just from him saying that, other people were like, what's 50 Cent talking about? And people started coming forth, But that
So from 50 Cent trying to blackmail him,
yeah.
that started coming out.
That's all. That's the way business is done nowadays, man. You get the information.
Dude, Carnegie Mellon,
weird,
and Mellon.
Yeah, it was definitely weird. Like, because 50 Cent was like, it was almost like, are you fucking around? Like, are you joking? But these are like serious allegations you're making against somebody that, you know what I mean? Like,
it calls himself P. Diddy.
P. Diddy.
Yeah, now they call him the Diddler.
No, come on.
That's what people are calling him. Yeah, the Diddler.
Not he's the Wrangler. They should call him the P. Wrangler.
The P. Wrangler. The Prangler.
No, he started calling himself Love Daddy.
The Prangler.
I remember the Prangler.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Yeah, the Prangler.
Prangler never went public.
No. He's a model of mine. He's definitely something. Gonna base your life after that guy.
Yeah.
He has a lot of life lessons. A lot of life.
Well, that's crazy though. That's crazy. I didn't know that about P. Diddy. I don't pay attention to pop bullshit culture.
Yeah, there's a good reason not to pay attention to it because that's what keeps you distracted and keeps you not moving forward in your own life. That's true. But I definitely spent tens of hours on it.
I just saw the video and I was like, how the fuck?
It got me for 10 plus hours. It got me for 10 plus hours over the past couple weeks. Yeah, it's
my thing was just like I was like,
regretfully,
how the fuck did that video not come out for a decade? Like it's not a new video. Like
it's a lot of money.
They settled out of court. And they're saying that he knew like Puff Daddy's smart, just smart enough, right? That he was like. He was able to bribe or threaten and acquire those tapes and make sure they never came out. But now that there's an FBI investigation, because it escalated to the FBI getting involved, that they were able to subpoena the tapes from the hotel. And it's the FBI that's leaking this because, apparently it involves child prostitution rings again, like
trafficking.
Oh
yeah,
my!
Yeah, and like there's a couple other rappers that are like Kendrick Lamar went hard on this other dude. It's like, you know, and is accusing him of this shit, you know. But like his allegations are like, you're 32, why are you kissing 17-year-old girls, 16-year-old girls? He's like, well, you know, I kissed her, I didn't fuck her, you know, and she's 17, like she was 17, you know what I mean? Like that's easy.
She's only 17.
Yeah.
Remember that song? Like they actually put that song out.
Yeah, who did that song?
Winger.
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 Winger. What kind of name is Winger?
Winger.
That's from Stripes.
Yeah. What kind of name is Winger?
Is that a depraved name or something like Winger?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious! You guys know that?
I don't know, ma'am, but what I do know is
and then it goes on to become a name of a band in the same decade.
Yeah. Well, that's
He's doing a great freeze.
Pulls over on
the Max Headroom. Oh, he's Max Headroom. Let's watch another film. Let's keep an eye on T, everybody. The Monka. Watch for some Max Headroom movement. He's doing an epic freeze. Oh,
nice.
I'm guessing Rebecca turned on her internet. So I just shut mine off. Yeah.
Gotta do it. We had a great little. I can't remember if I told you last Wednesday. When I back, you know, I was like, oh, dude, I'm just fucking tired. I don't know if I told you what I was doing, but
when you were back to life,
that was
reality.
That was your dodge of the Grim Reaper's sickle.
Last Wednesday was just, last Wednesday was just, I was just tired.
Oh, you were just tired.
Yeah, we had I got a new hydraulic lift. You know, I got a new
Really?
You say you got a new hydraulic lift?
What'd you do with the old hydraulic lift? Is it still?
That's what I did last Wednesday. We had it here for a while.
The one that you had since 1980?
It wasn't 1980. There was one that I had. There was one that I had in 1980. I had that one up until around 95.
Okay.
And then I got the lift that I had. So I had it for 29 years.
Yeah, that's a nice run, man.
Yeah. And then I got this new one.
I'll say.
Yeah. And I got this new one. But the old one we still had, like in the back room.
Yeah.
You know.
Just in case.
Or just
for
like
sex
whatever.
parties.
While you're
Yes.
you know your stuff.
Everything right there. Boom.
Sweet.
Swingers.
Get it, bro.
Swing it.
Swing this way.
K-Rock was like, Dave, just put this up on like
just put this on
Marketplace or something, you know? Like, we just gotta get this out of here. You know, let's just get it out of here, or you know, we could take it and recycle it, but it'd be better if we could give it to someone who needs it, you know, someone who like is looking to do it. For whatever reason, it didn't
I'm looking to do it. Swing it.
See what I did? And
we're swinging over here. Anybody want to join us? So you put that up on Marketplace. How many responses did you get?
I put it up on Marketplace.
Yeah, did you have some good kinky responses?
No, it was either we had
Tommy Kangaroo up sport.
It was an Australian guy. But no, we put it up on Marketplace. It was weird though, dude. They put it up on Marketplace for Jerosburg, you know, outside Pittsburgh, and it was up for literally 30 seconds.
No.
Before I get a message on Facebook, is it still available? And I'm like, yeah, I put it up like fucking 30 seconds ago.
Was it a bot? It was a bot. Was it Ticketmaster? Because Ticketmaster buys them up like immediately.
Yeah, I put it up like 30 seconds ago. And I know it was some girl that was like my friend has a husband who's
totally into the kink.
He's in the end stages of COPD. Like
I don't know what that means, but
it's congestive lung from smoking.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's like no.
Oh man, you
like,
totally
this is-
saved somebody. Like you brought a lot of help to somebody.
yeah,
this
and
is
she was
the
like, yeah,
happy part of the story. This is
he was
where it
like,
gets serious.
she was like, and he just 2 weeks ago, his lungs can't give him enough oxygen anymore. He lost use of his legs.
Oh
You know,
man.
and she's like a bigger, he's a bigger guy, so she's not able to get him in and out of bed on her own. So she's been having another person come over, and the two of them have been helping him get in and out of bed. And then and she was like, "This would be a godsend." And I was like, "Yeah, where do you live?" And she's like, "In Finleyville, which is like 20 minutes from where we live,
Wow.
in a trailer park." At that point, I was like, "Oh,
Oh boy.
is this a setup? Are you setting me up here? Is this a setup?" And but no, they were serious, and we went there. They were definitely, there was a reason they lived in a trailer park. Like that was
All we eat is hot dogs and potato chips around
Yeah.
here.
like they knew we were coming. Like they were like oh, when I told them on like a Sunday. I was like, "How's Wednesday?" Like around 5 o'clock. They're like, "That would be great. You guys are angels." And we showed up. They had shit all over their yard, all over their ramp. I mean, just like a shoe, like one shoe, just like
Jeez.
sitting there. Like
That's where that stays.
a plastic chair.
No
Yeah,
reason to
just
pick that up.
That's his place.
Yeah, just
That
like
shoe's happy there. Leave that shoe alone.
Yeah, and like they and the,
What shoe?
What shoe?
At that point, it's like what? Like they obviously don't even see it.
Yeah,
Like, it's-
and they're
what
like
shoe?
she kept on the wife kept on saying the girl that contacted me was Tina, who was this person's friend.
Mistress.
Right. Yeah, this person's friend. And the wife kept on going. Apparently, in response to, in defense of, how could you not clean a path? Like, how could you not move it? How could you not move that shoe?
You knew that the lift was coming.
Yeah, and she's like, Dad, Tina was supposed to be here. Tina, she picked the shoe. Tina's supposed to be here.
Ah, the finger pointer syndrome.
Uh-huh.
This is
Yeah.
why people don't
Yeah.
evolve. Everybody else's fault. That shoe's
Victim.
still here. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
but
know,
Victim syndrome.
that
but-
wasn't my job.
the dude, was clearly not well. He's still smoking.
Oh boy.
Of course.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So he made his decision. But they needed the lift, no doubt about that. So gave it to him. And I looked at the map.
You enabled them.
I enabled that.
You're an
yes.
enabler.
Right. Don't be an enabler.
Ryan, you might as well have just put that shoe there
Shoot that
for them. You might as well bought them a pack of smokes and left the shoe there.
Delivered to them.
You're the bad guy in this story now, Brian.
The
What
bad
did you
guy now,
do?
Brian.
Why, Brian?
I'll take it.
No.
I know. So I looked
You're
at the
good.
map.
You're still the good guy in this story. But what? So you gifted this thing to them for not
Yeah.
even $1.
No, just gave it to him.
You should have said
Not even a shoe. Not even a left shoe.
No,
Not
they
even
didn't.
one
You
shoe.
should have got there and said, you know what? I was going to give this to you, but you guys are not worthy. There's
You
somebody
can
else.
Give me a
All right.
potato chip.
More
Give
than
me some of your potato chips.
I'm out of
crunchers.
here. Enjoy
I'm
your
out here.
shoe. And
They're
you're
like, not my crunchers. And you're like, give me your crunchers. Not my crunchers.
And she was like completely unable to give directions. Like once we got into the trailer park, Google Maps kind of breaks down. And it's like,
It's a vortex of doom.
yeah, because it
Despair.
kind of shows like
Vortex of despair.
they're up on the left on.
no home training.
Yeah, I can't. And
This is the result of no home training.
Put your titty back
Oh,
up, hey
right.
Dale.
hey, now
Yeah, this is the
she
situation.
gave us her phone number. We call her from the trailer park. And we're like, hey, yeah, we're on the road here, but it looks like it's just there's nothing here.
Just shoes. Just
Where-
a shoe trail.
Where are you? And she was like, oh, I can't remember what the fuck the name of the street was. It was like Skyview or something like that. Skyview Drive. I'm like, yeah, we're on Skyview Drive. Do you see the office? No, there's nothing here at all. Oh. Well, you got it. If you're coming, you found the office, you turn left. We entered the trailer park. We drove for a while. There were a couple of buildings on our right. Could have been an office. And we turned left. And she's like, that's where we should be.
Oh, then you're here.
That's where we should be. And I was like, there's nothing here. There's nothing.
Oh,
And she's like, and she's like,
Hey,
Huh.
Look for a shoe.
huh.
If you see a shoe, you're
So
on
we-
my porch.
We pull out of this gravel park. We pull out of this gravel parking lot, and K-Rock spots the sign says, office this way. So we go back the way we had come. We find the office. You don't take a left onto the street. You take a right onto the street.
Oh dear God.
If you were coming in from the outside.
I meant to say right. It's
Well,
your fault.
It's your fault.
And
You made me say left.
And then
You asked
finally,
me the question. You
and then
tricked
finally we
me
dropped it off.
with your
But
brain.
the other interesting part of this was I looked at the map of street names around the area, right?
Yeah, none of them are Skyview.
I don't know. Most of them were apparently named after first names of people. There was like Gladys Street. And there was like Joe Road.
Oh my.
You know, it was just
Joe Road
first
and-
name. But so there's
Joe Road in,
Gladys
Joe Road
Street.
out.
There's Gladys Street, Joe Road, Janet Way, and then
Hey, shout
Whoever
out
owned the
to
trailer.
Shout
Yeah,
out
and
to
then-
Janet.
Chevy Chase Street.
Nice.
Of
There's always a
course.
Chevy Chase.
I like
For
went
the
the whole
joke.
way. Was like Chevy Chase Street.
Because
That wasn't
there
his
are a lot of
name.
groundhogs there. So, movie.
Chevy
Nice.
Chase named himself Chevy Chase because of Chevy Chase Street exists in
Good.
every trailer park across America for some reason.
And then
He's
just
flipper. He's a
Funny.
flipper.
That's hilarious.
He's
He
a
flips
flipper.
properties.
He
a
started
flip
little
streets.
further
him
down.
and
There's
John
a street.
Candy. That's where
There's a
that's
street
where he met
that
John
turns
Candy.
off,
He rescued
the
John
main
Candy.
street.
from-
and the name of the street.
Yeah.
There's a
John
street
Candy.
that turns off, and that street splits into two more streets that all
Okay.
wind up in dead ends. Okay.
Okay.
The main street that leaves is Hobbit Lane.
Oh, wonderful.
To the left, it splits into Gandalf Court,
Oh, that's great.
and the right, and the
Getting
right, and the right splits to Aragorn Place.
What?
Ah. You're moving. Is
Yeah,
that what you're
right.
telling us? You're moving.
K-Rock said,
found-
"Look, if we're ever gonna sell this house, we're just gonna go trailer park living. That's where we're going.
That's
We're
it.
definitely getting,
That's
getting a plot
Middle
right
Earth.
on Aragorn Place.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Well, at least somebody there has good taste. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I don't
weird.
think it was actually named by the city. I think it's whoever owned the most trailers is like, this is my
Something
street.
like
I'm Janet. And, if you don't like it, you can kiss my titties.
Grits. My gritty
My
titty.
gritty grit tits.
That's the second.
We need more
Al-
TTs in this
That's
show.
the second.
Mel's
That's the
Diner.
second Alice. Right?
Alice. Yeah.
That's the
Alice in
second
Wonderland.
Alice reference this week.
What was the other one?
Kiss My Grits. Yeah.
Okay, it's always Chris My Grits.
Alice
Okay.
in Wonderland. Alice
300
can't
big room
remember.
bucks. Who was the character on the TV show whose catchphrase was "Kiss my grits"?
Kiss My Grits. Who was the character?
Uh huh.
Nobody knows the name of the actress. It's been lost. in
Nobody
time.
knows the name of the actress, but we did a commercial spot about it on We Joke
Did.
today on Mel's Diner. Today,
Blank.
today on
Blank.
Alice.
Blank says,
All right. Blank says,
Kiss my grits.
"Kiss My Grits."
so good, so good. So good.
Today on Alice, Flo says,
so
"Kiss
good.
my grits."
Flo says,
Well, Flo, it was Flo's catchphrase,
It was
but I don't know
fun.
if that was our joke or not. But it was Flo. Flo was the redhead. Kiss my grits.
Yep. Yep.
Flo.
She had quite the
Perfectly,
hairdo.
she was perfectly cast
Yeah.
to propel herself to
Redneck
superstar.
television was huge in the late 70s, early 80s.
Because it was real.
Because it was
That
real.
was just because there
Fenn discovered the Dukes of Hazzard. Did I mention this last week? Did I mention
No.
this? Was I talking?
I don't
No.
know you mentioned this.
Well, they wanted to come in through the car window. And I was like, dude, when I was 10, I wanted to jump into car windows as well.
Oh
And we
yeah.
did.
Oh,
But I was like, but I'm going to tell you, please don't. Mainly because, you can dent the side of the car. The window doesn't go down the whole way like they used to, blah, blah, blah. And the reason why we wanted to, because there was a TV show called The Dukes of Hazzard, and their doors were welded shut because it was a race car, and they would jump in through the window. They're like, the Dukes of Hazzard? I was like, oh, yeah. It was the good old boys. And
the name of the actress that played Flo was Polly Holiday.
Polly Holiday.
Polly Holiday. And she is
That's a
still
great-
alive.
Really? What strip club is she working at?
I don't know.
With a name
Steven
like
Smith.
Polly Holiday.
Polly Holiday. And
Wait a second. Are you trying? What kind of world do we live in where Polly Holiday is still alive
right?
from Mel's Diner, Alice, and Timey Kangaroo Down Sport? Artist to the Queen is dead.
Dead.
Rolf
What
Harris.
kind of world are we living in? I don't know why I chose that character.
There was a spinoff. Did you know Flo had her own show?
Yes, that's right.
She deserved her own show.
She totally deserves her own show.
Well, Alice had
She
her.
made
There was
Mel's
Alice,
Diner.
and then Alice had her own spinoff. But Flo had her own spinoff also.
It was not
Flo,
marketed.
yeah. Flo had her own spinoff. It lasted 1 year.
I mean, Kiss My Grits only goes so far. You got to have other stuff around it to set that up. You can't say it. Once you expect it every episode, it doesn't flow. Once you go to her show, it's a psychological thing. You know you're going to say Kiss My Grits, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Come up with a new catchphrase, right? It got old. It got old after a while. We don't remember it getting old because we were young. But that's crazy, dude. She's still alive. That's awesome.
Yeah, she was in an episode of Amazing Stories, too.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Right about that.
She was in Gremlins.
What?
Really?
She was in the movie Gremlins.
What?
What?
Are you serious?
What?
Yeah.
Dude, good for her. She deserved every fucking bit role she ever got.
Did she play waitress?
Deagle. She played Mrs. Deagle.
Ooh.
Don't recall that. Completely purged from the memory hole. That's what I call my mind.
Mrs. Deagle.
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Deagle.
Oh, yeah, Deagle.
Mrs. Deagle. Okay. She was the Mrs. Deagle was the person. She was the woman, the old woman, riding up the stairs in the Stairmaster chairlift.
Oh, that went.
That the Gremlins, sabotage and throw her out the window.
Wow, that was Flo, huh?
That was Flo.
Mrs. D-hole.
Ruby and one of her quotes is, "What?
What?
One of her. Well, you just said Mrs. D-hole. One of her quotes is another character says, "Mrs. Deagle, are you sure this is the time or the place for?" And Ruby Deagle replies, "Of course it is. I always mix business with pleasure. And it gives me great pleasure to inform you that said petition has failed." Ah,
That's out of context.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, she was a mean person.
Oh, it was
here
based
she
in
is.
Southwest Florida. There's a shocker.
Wow. There's her young and there's her old. She hasn't changed. Out of the past then and now.
Oh,
She
that's
was
right.
born
And then there was that other person that came in.
born in Alabama.
Mobile, Alabama. Mrs. Alabama Worley.
That's right.
Worley.
Linda Lavin.
Right. I remember that name.
Why do we remember that name?
Because it's
86
another porn
now.
name.
Did you see the
I knew
post on
I knew
my
it wasn't
Facebook wall?
Levine. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, performing Kiss?
Wait, no.
Yeah.
What? I just called Rebecca Linda Carter last week because of the way
Really?
she was dressed. It was for the 4th of July, and she had
Shit.
like she was dressed like Linda Carter, like the big kind of tassel thing. And I was like, Linda. I was like, oh, it's like Deed had a crush on her. What was her name?
Oh,
Linda,
yeah.
Linda Blair. Linda Blair. We looked it up. It was Linda Carter. And
Yeah,
Linda
Linda
Carter
Carter.
sang Kiss.
There's some bit with her dancing around with people dressed up like Kiss, singing "I Was Made for Loving You, Baby."
Whoa, I gotta see that. You gotta send that to your father immediately. He's gonna go blind.
It's crazy hot. I mean, she's fucking.
Let's do it. Let's do that now.
Let's kill this episode.
Let's kill it with a little Wonder Woman. How did you come across this, and why did you just bring that up?
It was shared to my page.
It what?
It was shared to my page.
Should we like end this episode so we don't get the whole thing deleted? I mean, posterity's sake.
You want to end the episode?
Amongst kids might like to watch this 30 years from now for some god awful
That's
reason.
true. You know what? Before we end this episode, I want to tell my children something important.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not it. No, I'm just gonna show it. I want to show it to everybody.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, why would we not show it?
All right, everybody, glue your eyes.
I'm scarred for life, but I'm set for life, and I'm set for life, but I'm scarred for life. And I'm coming at you. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking psycho, fucking insane. That's the fucking chorus right there.
You nailed it,
That is
dude.
good.
You nailed it. You nailed it, and you visually transformed into fucking Joe Rogan.
You did.
You fucking,
Oh, Joe Rogan, yeah.
yeah, you did. You visually transformed
That's
into Joe Rogan. It was amazing.
Big room. You're watching the